Happy birthday, America. For 235 years on this date, we have celebrated our independence from Great Britain. But I suggest we must look much deeper than that for the real meaning of this holiday. When government failed us once before, our colonial forebears put their faith in one another and created a nation built on principles no other citizenry had ever heard before. Government derives all its powers from consent of the governed, and the citizens who give that consent have rights that come from God. And when government becomes destructive of those means, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish that government. And underlining those words was the enlightened commanding principle that when you, the individual, allow government or anyone to do for you what you should be doing for yourself, you lose that freedom. That wasn't right-wing or left-wing doctrine. It was a universal faith in the dignity of the human soul. Yes, we were not always faithful to that wisdom. We put an indelible stain on our national character when we failed to extend all men are created equal to black Americans. 500,000 lives were slaughtered in a bloody civil war, fighting on both sides of that question. 87 years later, Martin Luther King led the fight that finally gave blacks their constitutional rights and the freedom denied them. But redemption has not yet been achieved, but it will come to pass. Why? Because it is an observable fact of our history. Despite our differences, we are always striving to do the right thing. And it is the documents we celebrate today that must be our light and our conscience. In the tempest that is modern America, in all the middle of this critical issues, threatening to tear us apart and push us to a point of no return, there is an astounding, shining opportunity to restore reason, common sense, and respect for our Constitution. That hope is alive in a giant who has awakened from a long sleep, a giant who is reclaiming what it means to be an American, a giant who has never and never will be defeated. That giant's name is we the people, silent no more. Millions of Americans on all sides of the political spectrum have become engaged in making a difference. The internet, blogging, social networking, and instant communications have made it impossible for government to hide. We all know the issues. We all know the consequences of standing by, doing nothing but moaning and complaining. You can't make a difference. You can't fight City Hall. Read your founding documents on this day. We are City Hall. Liberty is the right to choose freedom. And freedom is the result of the right choice. Make that right choice now, America. Get involved and stay involved. The future of this country is where it was always intended to be. When 55 men pledged their life, their fortune, and their faith, when they signed our national birth certificate, the Declaration of Independence. The future is squarely in your hands. We have the power to solve every assault on our way of life, if only we exercise it. And that, my fellow Americans, I respectfully suggest is what we should be celebrating today. My name is Thomas Paine. God bless the great state of Louisiana, and may God bless America.